Everyone, it's Charlton, and they have more information about and some video of the shooter in Annapolis, Maryland, at the Capital Gazette Newsroom. At the address is 888 Bestgate. Um, that happened yesterday, right around 3 p.m., something like that. 5 people were killed in the newsroom. 4 actually died at the scene, and 1 was taken to the hospital. Later died at the scene. And I looked for his Facebook page yesterday. I didn't find it. I didn't look super hard, but it looks like the Daily Mail has tons of different photos of him that came from Facebook. So here, let me show you first the video of him being let out of the building. And we're waiting for his arraignment, which probably is going to be brought on live on television at 10:30, and that's in 3 minutes. So sort of have CNN up here as well. They a lot of times cover that live, and I'm going to try to just zoom in there if that happens. So here's the video of him being, and there's more information about the lawsuit or the harassment conviction that he pled guilty to with the woman, who he was harassing on Facebook. And she feared for her life. I mean, when you hear her, she moved 3 times because of this person. She bought and slept with a gun. But let me just show the video of him being let out of the courtroom first, or let out of the building. Continues about the defamation lawsuit that the article was originally about, and it says that Ramos' harassment of the woman was headlined, "Jared wants to be your friend," and was published after he pleaded guilty to criminal harassment. And the article quoted in its entirety the 2013 defamation lawsuit, described how Ramos had sent the woman numerous emails spanning several months, calling her vulgar names and telling her to kill herself. The Capital reported that he also contacted the woman's job. She was suspended by a supervisor the same month and then let go several months later, which she believed was due to Ramos. When she blocked him from seeing her on Facebook, he found things she wrote on other people's pages and taunted her with it, attaching screenshots of the postings to some of his emails. She called police, and for months he stopped, but then he started again, nastier than ever. All this without having seen her in person since high school. So he had seen her. He had some history with her. Wow. Okay. In the years that followed the publication of the article, Ramos sued the newspaper, the reporter who initially wrote about the case, a judge, and the woman who testified against him. His defamation suit was thrown out. Ramos would go on to routinely harass journalists from the Capital Gazette on Twitter, and scores of profanity-laced posts. And she says he was a nut job. Ramos's initial stalking, I keep looking to see if they're going to bring his arraignment. Ramos's initial stalking of his former classmate began with a Facebook message that thanks for being the only person ever to say hello and be nice to him in school, and escalated into a harassment campaign which saw her forced to change her name and leave the state. Holy moly. The woman told WBAL TV reporter that she had become so frightened of Ramos that she moved 3 times and now sleeps with a gun, adding that he is an effing nut job. So it all started with her being nice to him. Wow. Unreal. Okay, so and over at CNN, in this article, it says the headline is he continuously fired. Was just continuously shooting. I just wasn't sure how this all went down. How did he enter the room? I know he shot through the glass window, the glass door of the office. And it wasn't clear to me if he just remained in the hallway and continued to just lean in and shoot at people, or if he went in and started just shooting people inside the newsroom, moving around in there. That's what it sounds like he did. And the way she describes it, it's just unbelievable. And I think she and two of her colleagues ran to the back of the room and, tried to go through a door that was locked, like a closet or something like that, and was forced to just duck underneath a desk. And but she could hear him. She could hear his footsteps. She said she texted somebody texted a family member saying she loved them, and then called 911. And she said she was breathing so heavy he could have probably heard her. But again, it does say gunman was continuously shooting people as he walked inside the Capital Gazette newsroom. And he was going down our newsroom, starting from the front and just continuously shooting people. Phil Davis, a police reporter at the newspaper, said. That's Phil Davis. That's the one who showed his Twitter feed previously in other videos. The shooting that marked the deadliest day for U.S. journalism since 9/11 began when a gunman made his way through a brown 4-story building just a few miles outside downtown Annapolis. Armed with a shotgun, the gunman opened fire through the front doors of the newsroom around 3 p.m. 4 employees were killed at the scene. A fifth person who was shot in the upper body and arm died at the hospital. Keith Cyphers was on the phone with a client at his office across the hallway from the newspaper when he heard a loud noise and saw the gunman. The door of the Capital Gazette had been blown to pieces. It was shattered in pieces all on the carpet, and this guy was holding what looked like a big shotgun and moving across the entrance of the Capital Gazette office, pointing the gun deeper into the office like he was targeting people. When the gunman walked inside, he could easily see the entire newsroom. Most of the staff were at their desks, and the editors were in their offices lined up on the left. It's a completely open newsroom. There are glass windows all around the room. There is nothing except for a few half walls at the editor's offices on the left to impede a shooter. Another reporter, Celine San Felice, said she heard the fired shots and grabbed her purse before heading to the nearby back door. 2 other staffers and an intern who were also trying to get away joined her, but the door was locked. With nowhere to go, she hid under a desk with an intern. Another woman got behind a filing cabinet after falling to the floor. John McNamara, one of the 5 employees who died, kept trying to open the door. Ugh. I'm not sure exactly in the next couple of seconds what happened, but I know that John was standing up. San Felice said, I heard the footsteps and John got shot. It was very close. I saw him get shot, but I didn't see the gunman or anything. There were no screams. It was all silent, and the sounds of gunshots traveling through the newsroom of one of the oldest newspapers in the country, reporter recalled. San Felice could hear the gunman's footsteps as she sat under a desk. She was praying and texted her parents to tell them that she loved them, trying to go unnoticed. She had also attempted to call 911. I'm sure I was breathing really loud, and I was trying not to, but I just couldn't be quiet. Next to her, summer intern Anthony Messenger took his phone and tweeted, "Active shooter, 888 Bestgate, please help us." That was reported at Fox by Shepard Smith. So over at, again, and we're waiting for his arraignment and video of that. Over at the Daily Mail, they do have lots of different photos of him now. They've retrieved from some Facebook page, I guess his. And the five victims were identified as well. This is from his Twitter page. I don't know if that's still out there or not. What that more was that more fake crying act or blood on their hands? Cap Gaz News. Either way, actually, it doesn't really matter. Eric Thomas Hartley knows from experience but doesn't appreciate how bad it can get. Journalist hell awaits. I read that in my last bail hearing for shooting is soon. It's coming soon. I'm kind of going to add it to this video. And these are the 5 victims right there. Let me pause and wait for the arraignment hearing. I'll probably put that at the beginning. So thanks for watching my videos. Please subscribe to my channel. Give me a like down below. I'll see you in the next video. Later, man.